we have some really, really good news. Really good news. You're
talking about the promotion?
Yeah, let's not.
No, I know. I know. You don't want to blow that.
You don't want to blow this.
This is exciting.
Somebody that we know and love on this program. Now, some might say that Macapalooza is coming.
No, those are the cynics. Those people are the cynical. They don't understand us. They don't understand how thrilled we can be for somebody who a lot of people consider, people we don't like.
Right.
But that's nothing could be further from the truth. But we like to see
somebody do well.
Yes, we do. We're always thinking good thoughts for others.
So we're obviously we're pro the economy. We want jobs to be created. We want people to advance in their careers, and we've seen a huge advancement.
A lot of people would say this isn't an advancement.
Well, again, those are the cynics.
Those are the cynics. Yeah, those are the cynics. We learned a lot about advancement just this morning when we found out this great news, and that's coming up at the top of the hour. But speaking of promotions, there's somebody else that got a promotion, and we want to address it here because a lot of us have struggled for a good portion of our career. I started doing weekends when I was 13 years old. Pat started doing weekends
when I was 17.
Stu started doing weekends when he was younger. Jeffy, did you start on weekends?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so all of us started on weekends, and we've built our careers. And little did we know we were building it the wrong way.
Yeah,
we want to.
You should make the announcement, though. Should we go to him for the announcement?
Well, can we?
Yeah.
Do we have him?
Yeah,
okay,
let's go to him for last night for the announcement.
A big personal and professional announcement. Okay. MSNBC will be expanding its weekend programming, and this opens a big opportunity for the Ed Show and my brand.
Yes.
Yep. I will be leaving this time slot at 8 p.m. Eastern and moving to Saturday and Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m.
Wow.
I want you to know that
huge.
I raised my hand for this assignment
of course you did.
A number of personal and professional reasons.
Obviously.
My fight on the Ed Show has been for the workers and the middle class in this country.
And that's
this
when
new
they're
time
listening.
slot will give me
Sunday
the
night.
opportunity to produce and focus on stories that I care about and I know that are terribly important to American families and American workers.
Isn't that the truth? You can't get to those people weeknights in prime time.
No.
You only hit them on Saturday and Sunday nights from 5 to 7. That's when the real audience is, the smaller, much, much smaller audience, but it's more intimate. You can connect with them better.
He said it was not only for professional, but it was for personal reasons as well.
Too.
And producing a show 5 nights a week, and he does a little bit of radio too as well, I think. So you're doing 2 jobs. You'd like to spread that over to a 7-day a week.
7 day a week, especially if you want to spend more time with the family. You want to be working every day of the week.
You want to have absolutely no break at all.
Well, and it's difficult again for us, the losers gathered here who all started. I started on a midnight to 6 shift on the weekends, and
me too.
I was at the pinnacle of my career at the beginning.
I didn't know that
when I was a junior in high school on a local radio station on the mean streets of Helena, Montana.
This is the lie that the man crams down our throat. The man, he was making, obviously, tons of money off of us because he was paying us as the lowest paid employees.
Right.
On the weekends.
When we were in the best position of our lifetime.
And
we've gone backward ever since.
And
we made more money as we do that.
He pays us more to keep us out of those good positions.
It's a trick.
Oh, damn it. I'm thinking about going just to weekends now, too. I'm going to start working my way back towards weekends.
Oh, it's so obvious. I mean, look at the evidence. What's the highest rated TV show every year? The Super Bowl. When does it happen? On a Sunday.
Weekend.
See, they're trying to build a whole other Super Bowl, a weekly double Super Bowl with the Ed Show. That's the plan, and it's going to work. You can see it's working. And look at his language. This opens up a big opportunity.
Right.
You see, the opportunity to go to a time.
Lord
and he
raised
his hand. I want that opportunity. Of course he does.
He volunteered for this.
Of course he did.
He said they said who's gonna take this, and he said I want this opportunity.
This is huge. I want it. I must have it.
And obviously it's a huge step up in your career to go from weeknights and primetime to weekends. But in addition to that, you have to remember that Ed is not some sellout. He doesn't want this large audience. He doesn't want to play to arenas.
No.
He wants the intimate venue of weekends.
This is Ed Unplugged.
Yeah, this is Ed
Unplugged.
And
I want you to know, he
that
said
is so good.
I want you to know, he said that this wasn't just for him.
Right.
This is also for his brand.
His brand. The big brand of Ed.
The Ed
brand.
The Ed brand.
The Ed brand. I mean, when I think of brands, I think Kraft.
Yep.
Coke.
I think Coke.
And Ed.
And Ed.
Number
He's
3.
got to be in the top 3.
I was gonna say like Levi's or something, but it's Ed.
It's
It
Ed.
is Ed.
It's Ed. And I would say now he will not finish in third on that, obviously. Now that he's doing weekends on MSNBC, he will
it's
shoot
a
right
big-
into
won't
the
this is
wall.
necessarily be in that order. Yeah.
What else? What else is in the? I shouldn't use the word else. What is in the brand of Ed?
Of Ed?
What exactly?
Well,
does the brand?
Don't pretend not to know the brand of Ed. Jeffy, can you explain the brand of Ed?
Oh, it's huge. It's got
stuff in it, right?
It's got that
kinds of
thing that
stuff.
he's got that show.
Well, I know he's got the show.
You know?
But I'm just wondering what else is the brand of Ed?
Look,
Yeah.
you can't paint Ed with that brush. You can't take a brush and say this is what Ed does.
Can I tell you something?
Because
The
there's
people
too
who-
much.
Can I tell you something? When the New York Times came out, I think in November, and said, "Hey, he's going to get fired."
Oh, that was.
Oh, he swatted that down immediately.
Did he?
Right.
He swatted that down.
Yeah, I think he swatted that down.
All right. Okay.
thankfully.
Schultz being replaced at 8 p.m. Not so fast.
Not so fast, he said.
I just want here's the first thing I want to say.
Okay.
Brian Stelter, is that his name? Yeah, Stelter.
He rolls
He's
with the
never
big ones.
talked to me,
Never talked to him.
and if he were to talk to me,
Hold on.
I would tell him
Stop.
that I have.
Yeah. He's not done
Stop.
yet. He's not done.
Stop.
All right.
He's so big. He is so big. So big that he's never talked to the main television guy at the New York Times.
Right. I mean, it seemed like he never even heard of him.
Brian
He's so
is the
big.
guy. He's never even heard of him.
What's his
before
name?
That.
Stel S-T-E.
Right.
I can't pronounce
Brian-
this. What is it? S-T-E?
Brian
L?
is. I mean, we could practically give you Brian's resume. We know Brian. We've met with Brian. We've talked with Brian over the years, not at the New York Times alone, but the job before that. I mean, we know him. He's so big. He doesn't have to.
He doesn't worry about the little people.
He doesn't worry about the little
like
people.
Stelter.
Like he's so unfamiliar with the name he has to spell it. It's Stelter. Like
What is that?
Stelter. Where else are you going with Stelte? I mean, well, where else are you going with that?
Brian Stelte.
All right. Here's more on him slapping down this awful
Oh, good,
rumor.
because it was a rumor.
Overperformed in my time period for the third quarter, and on my way to do that in the fourth quarter of this year, which puts me in bonus territory.
Bonus
money.
territory.
I mean, that's how well we're doing at 8 o'clock.
That's how well he's doing. He's not going to get fired. He's in
He's got to get a bonus.
territory.
Guy's
He's
doing-
going to get a bonus.
And it's obviously true because they've now promoted him to weekends.
He was doing.
There was more. I think he said more.
Can I tell you?
I say that Phil Griffin, the president of MSNBC, has put out a statement saying that
Statement.
we're okay. That there's no primetime lineup this year. So let's see here. Spokesperson for TV News.
He's going to read it.
Was that a quote? We're okay. Okay.
Well, no, there's
We
more.
consider the host to be okay.
Let me tell you something. Brian has got to be
We're
kicking
very
himself.
happy with the performance of our primetime lineup, which topped Fox News Channel 3 nights this week. There are no changes planned.
No changes planned.
No changes planned, so I guess I'm on tonight. I assume I'm on the rest of the week.
This is
I
devastating.
assume that I'm on for as long as I can get you to watch.
This is
wasn't that much longer.
the sad part here is how embarrassing this is for Brian Stelter.
That's what I mean. Are you sure it's Stelter?
Stelter.
Okay.
Steltier, Brian Steltier, who from the New York Times, who says this guy's going to get fired in November of 2012, and instead, 4 months later, he's promoted to weekends.
He feels like a dummy.
He must feel so
buffoon.
stupid.
What a maroon.
Again. Just another case of the New York Times really being stupid. Now, I've always thought that Brian might be the one guy at the New York Times that gets it right.
Yeah, apparently not. We're seeing that here.
No.
And the really sad part is, guys, I mean, there's obviously we're really excited about the future of Ed Schultz and his promotion.
And you know what? I'm excited because it finally takes that Brian Steltier down.
Yes, finally.
It finally takes that SOB down.
It's STEELLT?
What is this? One of those Serbian names?
I can't even pronounce BRIA.
It's Brain Steltier.
I don't even know. But luckily, Ed has been promoted to weekends. The sad part, though, is Chris Hayes demoted from mornings on the weekend to Ed's horrible weekday primetime slot.
Oh, he must be very devastated.
Screwed that guy, huh?
He must be devastated.
Well,
because it seems like that was part of the initial report.
What's his name?
That Hayes was going to replace Schultz.
I couldn't have been
on the night show.
Hold
on
on
the
just a second.
show.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who's this guy on the weekends? Because I only usually. I don't really ever watch MSNBC, but if I watch TV, I'm one of those freaks that only watches it in primetime during the week.
Oh, my gosh.
Who is this guy that's replacing him?
Chris Hayes, apparently a fill-in.
Oh, my gosh. What's going to happen to his brand?
Well, he's got to be so depressed.
What his brand?
Down the tube.
Imagine the depression.
Forget about his
into
career. What about his brand?
Yeah, the Chris Hayes brand, yeah. I mean, it's got to be devastated.
He has a new line of perfume, too. Yeah.
What is he? How is he going to sell the perfume?
It's Hayes. Haze.
Hey, I need some haze.
When you want to be totally anonymous. Haze.
Now Ed's going to be able to pick up that anonymous Haze
brand.
By the way, in case you did not remember, it was November of 2010 when Ed Schultz reminded America that he is going to, quote, kick Fox's ass. And
he did. That's why he's going to weekends.
Yeah. Look, he's destroyed them so much, he has to leave for a more competitive time slot, the weekends.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
all do that.
That was, by the way, Joe Scarborough, who we've
still trying to do that.
He said the same thing about his radio show. It was leaving and then going to a more competitive time slot on the weekends. I don't know if that ever occurred. But
well, that's a hard place to get into on the weekends.
It's much harder.
It's really
much
difficult.
Promotion. Much promotion needed.
We'll struggle on here.